Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. High Performance Python Async, episode 16 of 17. To find out why your database is slow, you do not have to guess. You might rely on server-side logs, but those miss network latency and Python-side overhead. Measuring performance manually around every database call quickly clutters your business logic. The solution is telemetry and query logging. People often confuse log listeners and query loggers. Log listeners catch Postgres server notices. Query loggers catch client-side execution telemetry. They handle two completely distinct streams of information. Query loggers handle the telemetry. You attach a callback function to your connection using the addQueryLogger method. Once attached, every time a query finishes executing, asyncpg automatically passes a logged query object to this callback. This happens globally for that connection, completely decoupled from the specific function making the database request. The logged query object contains three critical pieces of data. It holds the exact SQL query text, the arguments passed to that query, and the execution time. The arguments are captured exactly as your application provided them. This saves you from writing manual string formatting logic just to figure out what parameters caused a slow response. Consider a production environment where you need to catch any query taking longer than 500 milliseconds. You define a standard Python function that accepts two parameters, the database connection and the logged query object. Inside this function, you check the execution time attribute. If the time exceeds 0.5 seconds, you write the query text, the arguments, and the exact duration to your application monitoring system. You then pass this callback function to the addQueryLogger method. Now your application automatically tracks slow queries silently in the background. If you ever need to stop this tracking, you simply pass the same callback function to the removeQueryLogger method. Now the second piece of this is the log listener. While the query logger handles client-side timing, the log listener handles server-side messaging. Sometimes Postgres sends messages that are not errors and do not return data rows. These are asynchronous notices, warnings, or custom log messages generated directly by the database engine. To capture these messages, you attach a callback using the addLogListener method. When Postgres emits a notice or a warning, asyncpg triggers this callback. It passes the connection and a specific message object to your function. This gives your application immediate visibility into database-level warnings, completely independent of your standard query results. Just like the query logger, you can detach this callback later using removeLogListener. Now, the key insight here is client-side query logging gives you the true execution duration experienced by your Python application, completely sidestepping the guesswork between network delay and database processing. Thanks for listening. Take care, everyone.